to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as week 2 gets underway. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Ball in left side. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Prescott opening with a pass. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 3 on that game. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it'll be 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On the option, it's Elliott. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. First and 10, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Prescott here from the gun. He's got it at the 5. And in for the Dallas touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock, but with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a first and 10. They'll come out throwing. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Lays out. What a catch. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3. Got a man, it's Thomas. Avoids a defender, we've got a foot race. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Working from the pistol, Prescott. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Play action, Prescott. Finds him on the crossing route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have second and pretty long here. Trying again following the sack. The catch is made down the right sideline. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, it's headed the other way.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. From the gun is Prescott. Looking right, and he finds him. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 16. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it. Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a gain of 3 for him, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 19. This is reeled in by Kamara. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
They'll try and punch it in. Has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a second quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Headed out right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Short pass brought in. He'll have the 1st down and even more. Give him 32 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Another throw for Prescott. That finds Elliott complete.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Brought in right side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. There's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
2nd down, looking for options. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6.
Kate, you could hear the roar of the crowd celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch looked good. You've got to get both feet down as well.
Flushed out of the pocket. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it toward the sideline, and he's got it.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Prescott here from the gun. He's on the move. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll find the space he needs to get this up to the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here's 2nd and 5. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts in too many possessions.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing now off play action. Near the sideline. And the Saints have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders or offensive guys have bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
The give here on second. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Back now, pressure on its way. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's a throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Connects on the crosser. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. They gain 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Dumped off to his running back.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Looking to the air here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. That's Thomas, he's got it. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground, not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Third and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And there was really nowhere to go there. Just a small push to the 37. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 37, dialing up a receiver screen. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
To throw it on first down. They did it! He made the interception! That's Demario Davis. And the Cowboys have some new life in the fourth.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun is Prescott. Brought in by Elliott. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice.
This could decide things. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tracy Walker. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth-quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick-6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints drive their lead to 11. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Play action, Prescott. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Rolling left, buying some time. That finds Elliott complete. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Another throw for Prescott. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
And the Saints go in nickel, third down. Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing on first is Prescott. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Prescott here from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
To throw. And once again, they can't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw it. Escapes the pocket. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback? They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So this a win on the road for the Saints. Well, Brock, we knew they were confident in the lead-up, that they could contend despite the hostile crowd they were going to face today, and boy, did they ever. Once they got going, they showed